So in today's video, we are going to flip a Russian sample into a Drake type beat, okay? So that's the video. Before we jump on FL Studio, don't forget to subscribe and check out my course, which is down below, where I teach you exactly how to make trap beats, okay? So if you're interested, click down below and let's start the video.
So this is the Russian sample that I picked up. So then afterwards, basically what I do is I try to just delete some parts of the sample which I didn't want it, which were like a lot that bass. I wanted a little bit less that. So on FL Studio I could do that. And afterwards, basically I was just trying to extract the parts that I wanted from the sample and the parts that I didn't want it. So that's basically what I did. And afterwards, basically everything was done in terms of the sample. Of course I still had to mix it, but it was done. So basically here what I do is I start making the rest of the melody. The first thing that I added was a piano. I think really combines with the vibe of like dark type beats of Drake. You got what I mean? I didn't put on the title it was a dark type beat, but that was what was the sample, the Russian sample was asking for, you got what I mean? So that's what I did. And then afterwards, I even added other things like a kind of like noise, kind of dark noise, and a couple of another extra things, you got what I mean? But that piano really helped me to get that vibe and a really slow piano for sure. So now I was basically making the drums, you got what I mean? So I'm gonna explain exactly what I did. So I started by the hi-hat, and I wanted hi-hat with a little more swing, whatever, more high frequencies. So that's what I did. Very simple, not a very complicated pattern for the hi-hat. Then afterwards, that's basically what I did. I added a snare with t. I can't explain exactly, but you can see from the pattern. Usually a snare. Why? Because usually Drake uses, not him that makes the beat, but you understand, a snare for the beats and not a clap, for example. So that's what I did. Then I added a kick, and not a kick with the bass, because you usually use a bass with the kick, if you don't know that. But I didn't felt that made sense, so I didn't added the bass with the kick, just the kick. Okay, so then two more things that I added: two different open hats to just really add some things to it, you got what I mean, just to make it a little bit more better, the drums, you got what I mean, because then it would be too simple. You would feel that something is missing, and that's basically what I did. So basically after making the whole beat, now I started mixing the beat, and I had mixed almost everything in terms of the melodies. And the reason why I did that is because if you really feel that something has to be changed on the melody to really sound good right now, you should change it right now. The only times that the reason why I don't mix it everything in that moment, because there's some things that, I know it will make a little bit better, but it will not make a big difference. So I just like do that at the end, you get what I mean? So that's basically what I did. I just mixed everything, just made the rest of the things on the melody, and then as well I just mixed all the drums, and I changed the volumes, image stereo, and that's basically it. So basically what I did right here, I basically just arranged the beat, which is, there's nothing for me to talk about it, just arranged it. Didn't try to be super creative, just tried to do some little things like changing like the melody in some parts. Of course, there's something different every like 8 bars, you know what I mean, to not make it super repetitive, but that's basically what I did. Very simple, and it's done basically.
So guys, I got it down. It took like about an hour. The song, the beat, not the song, was more inspired on that album from 2020 from Drake, which is called Dark Lane Demo Tapes, especially on the song Time Files. That's why I like, well, that I had to inspire on that because that was what this Russian sample was asking for, you know what I mean? And the BPM is 80, you know what I mean? So in this song Time Files is 86, you know what I mean? So that's it. I'm gonna play it right now. Just gonna click right here so that you can see a little bit more the FL Studio right there. Let me play. So I just had a problem. I'm just gonna play it right now. So it's right now. So I'm just gonna play to these end parts as you can hear. This part is very nice. You get what I mean? And then there's a part that repeats right here, like that. Repeats double these parts of the sample. You get what I mean? So that's it. I use the piano and the like dark thing, you get what I mean? Even dark noise, like wind and shit, you get what I mean? So this is it. My microphone had like kind of problem, so that's why I'm like grabbing. That's it. So I hope you liked this video and you learned a little bit of some things. Yeah, so the conclusion is I already made 2 videos using a sample. The one before was a Japanese sample and this one is a Russian sample. And what I learned is that when you use samples, I don't know, you can do something much different than usual. You gotta, because you just grab samples that are not really normal, but you still can do something with that. Okay, so yeah, it was funny when I was trying to find the samples. I found like some Russian songs where they're like da, da, blah, blah, da, da. I was like, what the fuck is this? You know, I just want the instrumental, and especially typically a one that there's no drums. You get what I mean? Because that's not what I want. But so that's it. Don't forget to subscribe, follow all my social media, which I forgot to say on the beginning because I'm a retard, and that's it. Bye, goodbye.